In this lesson, we're going to be evaluating trig values, but we're going to use in the inverse. So we're going to be looking for an angle measurement that if you did sine of that angle measurement, you're going to get this decimal, or tangent of this angle, you're going to get this decimal, and our interval is going to be between 0 and 360. Now in the past, you've done potentially a 0 to 90, and so basically your calculator just gives you your answer. However, because sines and cosines and tangents are cyclical, you have a little bit more going on. So, and it's all about your reference angle and your quadrant. So if you remember that you have this A Smart Trig class, that refers to where angles are positive. So all the trig functions are positive, sines positive in this quadrant, tangents positive in this quadrant, cosines positive in this quadrant. If you had the same reference angle for every single one of these, and if you did sine of 30, you have a value to it. If you did sine of the same reference angle but in a different quadrant, you still have the exact same value. And it's also positive because sine's positive in that second quadrant. If you did sine of 210, you're going to have the exact same fraction, same decimal, but it's going to be negative because tangent's positive in this quadrant, not this one. And remember that sines refer to y values, so y's are negative down here. And then if you did sine of 330, you get the exact same value because the reference angle is the same, but you're going to get another negative because of the quadrant that it's in. So that basically means that you're going to have more than one answer on this because sine is positive in two different quadrants. So the calculator is going to give you one answer, and then you got to figure out what the other answer is. Tangent is also positive in two different quadrants. So there's going to be two different answers to this as well. So let's evaluate, and then we'll apply a picture to this. So and kind of see what's going on. So if we're going to evaluate that, we're going to do theta is going to equal the inverse sine of that decimal, 0.927183835, and we'll inverse sine that, 0.927183835. Okay, so we get our answer. So it's basically 68 degrees. That's kind of why all the decimals are in there. So we're looking at theta equaling 68 degrees. Now we would be done if it said between 0 and 90. However, we're not. So we are going to draw a reference angle. So 68 degrees, let's say it's roughly this big. So if this is 68 degrees, but that's the first quadrant, we need a reference angle in the second quadrant that also has that. So 68 degrees. So our other answer is going to be the exact same reference angle in the second quadrant because sine is positive in the first and the second. So this is going to be 68 degrees. So we'll take 180 minus 68, and that'll get us 112. So our answers are going to be, our theta is going to be 68 degrees and 112. So if we did sine of 68, we should get very, very close to that, actually exactly that. And then if we did sine of 112, we should get the exact same thing because the reference angles are exactly the same. All right, so let's do the same thing with tangent. So initially, we'll do theta is going to be the inverse tangent of 1.2348971, and then plug that into the calculator. Inverse tangent 1.2348971. It's going to get us 51 degrees. So we are 51 degrees. Well, that is going to be in the first quadrant. So if you need to, a smart trig class. So first and thirds are where we're going to draw our picture. So 51 degrees, somewhere here, somewhere here. That is 51, which is a 51 degree angle. And this is 51, but that's a reference angle, so you're looking for all the way around. So we're going to add 51 to the 180 that we already have. So 180 plus 51 makes a 231 degree angle. So our angles are 51 degrees and 231. And if you wanted to double check that you were right, plug both those in the calculator and you should get that same decimal. All right, and that is finding some missing angles, but our interval went from 0 to 360. Thanks.